Hey guys, so I was asked about this question and I just kind of wanted to make a quick video to run through it because I figured, hey, sometimes videos are a little bit more fun to go through than just simple answers that are on the message board. All right, so we're told that the sum of the reciprocals of two consecutive positive odd integers is 16 over 63. So that's saying that if we have two odd numbers, like let's say 5 and 7, and we take their reciprocals, so 1 over 5 and 1 over 7, and we add them up, it equals 16 over 63. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I just picked two random odd consecutive numbers just to try to give the context for those of you who are just struggling with how this is set up. Um, okay, so let's start by making a let statement. We'll say let x be the first number. So after I set that up, I can now set up my equations. So I have two equations here. The first one, or not two equations, I have one equation. Um, my first, my left side's going to be 1 over x plus 1 over x plus 2 equals 16 over 63. Because if you think about it, if we're talking about 5 and 7, what's the difference between them? 2. So if I take the first number, which is 5, and I add 2 to it, I get the second number, which is 7. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to um, find a common denominator on my left-hand side. So that's going to become x bracket x plus 2. This will become x bracket x plus 2. And in order to be able to do this, I'm going to have to multiply this 1 here by x plus 2. Plus, I'm going to have to multiply the second one here by x. It's kind of like cross multiplying, which we're actually going to be doing cross multiplying in a second here. Equals 16 over 63. Okay. What I do next is I'm going to expand and simplify both my numerator and my denominator. If I do that, I'm going to get 2x plus 2. 2x plus 2. It's a little bit finicky when I'm doing an equation editor on Word. 2x plus 2 over x squared plus 2x equals 16 over 63. Like so. So what I can do next here is I can actually do cross multiplying. So before, when I said cross multiplying, I meant to find the common denominator. Here, this is actually what people really refer to when they refer to cross multiplying, which is when we have an equation like this, we can go across to get rid of the denominator situation. So if I do that here, I'm going to get 63 times 2x plus 2 equals 16 times x squared plus 2x. So next, I can expand that. So that's going to give me 63 times 2 is 126x. Sorry, 63 times 2x is 126x. 63 times 2 is 126. Equals 16 times x squared is 16x squared. And then plus 32x. Okay. This over. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is I'm going to get everything over to one side here. So I'm just going to bring these two equations on the right here over. So if I do that, sorry, I'm going to bring the two on the left over. So if I do that, it's going to become minus 126x minus 126. And then makes this side here 0 equal, like so. So really all I have to do here is I just have to go 32x minus 126x. I'll do that here. I'm just going to erase it for a second and just calculate because I don't know the exact number off the top of my head. I'll just throw that in here. Okay. So at this point here, this is actually factorable, but it's actually going to be kind of messy to factor. We're going to have to common factor and then find two numbers that multiply to those numbers. It's kind of messy and ugly. What we could do here is we could do this little old thing that you once learned about back in grade 10 math that's referred to as quadratic formula. So if you do that, our B value here is negative 94. And yeah, negative 94. Our A value is 16. Our C value is negative 126. And then our A value we need again, which is positive 16. Okay, so at this point here, I'm not going to show all the steps to working this out. I'm assuming you know how to do the quadratic formula. So if I did that, we're ultimately going to wind up with two answers here, which is negative 9 over 8 and 17. So we know negative 9 over 8 doesn't work because it's not a whole number. So that means it's 7. So we're talking about 7. So therefore, 2 digits, the two numbers are 7 and 9. Because remember, x represents the first number, 7. They tell us that they're two positive odd integers. So also because we know that there's positive and this number here is negative, it can't be that. So we can kind of just sort of ignore this. I think there's a way that I can cross this out on Word, but this is one here is the one that we're looking for. I'll make it red just so that we can see that. And that's all there is to it. So hopefully this video helped. I'm also going to post this solution here on the message board, and I'm hopeful that this there's actually some value in this. All right, thanks.